back at the fucking Couldn't Alcohol fucking podcast with your host, comedian David Boyle, who's thinking of dropping his first name because David is fucking lame. I'll just go Boyle. No one even calls me David anyway. I got invited to a party years ago. My mate was doing his invites and he asked my other mate, he's like, what's Boyle's last name? This is the caliber of human being I've always been associated with. Is anything worse than holding out all day for a cigarette and then finally, at the end of the night when you go smoke it, you realise you actually smoked it yesterday. Now you've got a hankering for a dart with no way to satiate that craving. And I'm doing this episode in the pitch black in my lounge room. My in-laws are over from India. They're over from India, so I've got the full Indian family in the house. I'm the only whitey. I am the minority. I am a minority of one, but I'm still the boss. Like my colour and race might indicate, I am still the ruler of the house. No, it's good to have them here. I love having them here, but they speak a little bit of English, but there's a lot of communication difficulties, which is good. It's good to have communication difficulties with your in-laws. That's the bonus of being married to someone from another country and another language, is communication difficulties with the in-laws. So I don't get dragged into every single shitty conversation. And after a little while, my wife is sick of translating between us. So I just get left out completely. I end up being alone in a sea of people. I get left alone and no one cares. I can do anything. I can do anything I want. Everyone was sitting in the lounge room talking in another language, and in the middle of it, I just got up, went to the keyboard I just bought and started playing piano. C scale the whole time. It's great. Here's some advice for you. If you do marry someone from a different country who speaks a different language, don't be an idiot and learn the language. That's not the move. That's not the move. You don't want to be dragged into conversation. You want to be able to play dumb and get out of things. In almost every situation, I can just do the Asian lady. I speak no English. I speak no English. I'm doing the white guy communicating with Indians version of that lady. I speak no English. I speak no English. You do not learn the language. What you do is, if you're married to someone from another country that speaks another language, you learn 4 words. You learn enough to make them laugh, enough to make them think you're trying, but not enough to converse with anyone. Not enough to build any human connection. You just have your stock standard hello. You have how are you? And then you just have 2 lines connected with food. One of mine is sakul, which is in the language they speak in India, Canada, means enough. That's enough chapati. I've had enough chapati, for fuck's sake. Sakul, sakul. I have nibu hegedera, which is how are you, in a very polite tone. I also have beta, I don't want. Beku, I do want. And that's pretty much it. That's me done. David, do you want chai? Beku. Beku, I want. That's enough to get a smile and a giggle and me left alone for the next 3-4 hours. They can speak a little bit of English, but my accent throws them off real bad. But also their accent throws me off real bad too. Because when they are speaking English half the time, I have no fucking idea what the fuck they're saying. But it's good to have them here. I really love them and I enjoy them. But it does feel good to be able to just exit any conversation at any stage. It's great. Alright. Keep adding me on social media at Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And keep sending in those stories. There's a couple of good ones. I've got one that is going to be hard to beat at this stage, so send them in because I'll probably read them out the following week anyway. Okay, that's it. Send in the stories and I'll see you tomorrow.